The Homestead Dad. Welcome to Homestead. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if some people jump on. I have not done a live stream in a long time, so I figured I'd do one. Figured it was snowy out. I was gonna go collect some eggs. I could show you guys the animals, so I figured I'd jump on and we could go ahead and do a live stream. So this is our property. We have a little under 20 acres, and we have a cow. She's right there. We used to have a milk cow. We sold her. And we have a little orchard down here. And next to the orchard, we have our high tunnel. And then down there, right behind these trees, we have a garden. And we just put an addition on the barn here. This is our barn addition. And the chickens are all in the coop because, well, the chickens don't much like snow. So they're all in the coop. Pigs are hanging out over in the pig pen. We can go take a look at them. Actually, let's go over and take a look at them before we collect the eggs, because then I'm less likely to stick an egg in my pocket. Sorry, it's bumpy. And lean over and crack it in my pocket. Funny story, things you never thought would happen to you growing up, if you didn't grow up in the country, is, hey, Secret Siren. Good afternoon to you as well. So I grew up in the suburbs, not anything like this. So went to the bank one day, and this was after we moved out here, and went to reach in my pocket to get the check that I was going to deposit. Hey, Scott Wallace, how are you? And reached into my pocket, and there was an egg in my pocket. So I had to explain to the bank teller why I had an egg in my pocket. These are our American guinea hogs. This is a yearling, so it'll be a year this spring. This is one of our several-year-old ones. You can see they think I'm gonna feed them, because that's what they associate me with. That's our boar right there, our big fella. But yeah, these are American guinea hogs, and we like them. We've got like a little tunnel over there that's pretty well insulated, and we've got wood chips down in there, and then we've made hutches for them out of these IBC totes. You can kind of see there's some spent grain here. I go to a local brewery and pick up spent grain, so we give them a little bit of, so in addition to their normal feed ration, we give them spent grain. I think I just missed a comment from Secret Sign. Yes, they do kind of waddle, and they are cute. Actually, if you go back and look at one of my videos, I had gotten I think it was cherries. They'd done a cherry flavored beer, and these cherries still had alcohol left in them. The spent grain doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's all out of it. The cherries still had alcohol in it, and I fed them a bunch of cherries, and then came back a couple hours later and realized that they were drunk. The pigs were drunk. They were kind of not even waddling. They were, they couldn't stand up straight. They couldn't walk straight. I won't make that mistake again, but it was quite humorous. Here is our chicken coop. Come in here, you can see the chickens are all in here because they don't like snow, so they're up on the roosts over there. This is the feeder I just made recently. That works pretty well. And then this is our Cottage Craftworks. Move, please. Come on. Can you move, please? Here, let's go. Come on. Not that way. Thank you. This is our Cottage Craftworks nest box. You can see all of our eggs. Missed one. Thank you, Secret Siren, that you said it was a nice coop. First time viewer. Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate that. See, this is gonna be the hard part, is the roosters are gonna be loud. So there's 2, 4, 6 eggs on this one, and we don't keep them from roosting in here. So sometimes the poop gets. See, they pooped in here because I sat in it. So I just keep a shovel up there that I can scrape the stuff off, so the eggs still come down. And then another 3 eggs in here. So 9 eggs right now. I think I got, 10. No, I got like 5 this morning. So we're over a dozen, which is nice, especially in the winter. And some of the birds are a little bit older, and we just keep them because we like them. So Scott, you were saying you keep a few more cows on less land. Yes, we used to have another cow. We We had a milk cow. This is Hope. She is a heifer calf. She is just about a year old, and she is very nice. We're thinking about making her into a milk cow. We got her because our milk cow had a stillborn calf. And we had all the milk, and I was planning on milk sharing. So we bought Hope, and thankfully our previous cow, Prudence, adopted her and let her nurse. So that took off some of the work for me. I didn't have to take all of that milk out, which is great because that would have been like 5 gallons a day. She drank probably 3 gallons a day. But it still got to be milking, hand milking. It's really, really hard to find people who are able to help you out. Because you can't just have somebody come over and say, hey, here's how you do it. You have to know the kind of technique, and you have to have the muscle memory. And so it's not just something you can easily say, hey, come do this. I'll teach you in 20 minutes, and then you're an expert at it. So that is Hope, our calf. Still haven't decided yet if we're going to try to make her into a milk cow, but we're thinking about it. And then we had goats. If you watch our Hodgepodge Homestead, there's Grace, my oldest daughter. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Good to see you. I saw your mom in the store the other day. We are thinking about getting some sheep. We had some goats. I've decided I'm more of a sheep person, so we're going to get some hair sheep because the last sheep we had were Shetlands, and I'm not a good sheep shearer. So we're going to get something that doesn't need to be sheared. So that's the plan. Here's our hay for this year. If you look down that way, I'm very good, Jillian. Thanks for asking. You can see targets down there. We've got a 100-yard gun range and then a pistol range down there, so we can shoot a little bit. We've got our garden over there, our high tunnel, which I need to get some stuff planted in. Hey, Rose, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us from January. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping to do some videos like this where I can kind of introduce people who came over from January and learn a little bit more about our homestead. Like I said, that's for calf, and that is my oldest daughter. And so I need to get some greens planted in the high tunnel down there. We got that last spring. We put that up. We did a community build with a local high tunnel manufacturer. So they brought, I think it was probably like 6 hours. I had a bunch of friends come over. We put it up and it was awesome. And it is awesome. Treat, which is why they're coming out of, they would just stay in the coop because we just mostly finished addition. It's an 18-foot deep by 32-foot wide. It has this. I'm going to take these eggs inside. If there's anyone else, your milk cow tested an A2. That's awesome. I had a Jersey, and I didn't have her tested, but I'm guessing she was A2. It really didn't matter to us because nobody's allergic, so I didn't have her tested. But yeah, so if you guys have any other questions about the pigs or the chickens, we had ducks. We got rid of those because they're messy, and they laid eggs everywhere. Because we kind of left free range. So this is the barn addition. That's our current garage door because garage doors apparently are on back order at Menards, and it may be at least another month until we get it. So we'll have to see. But we've been building this so that we can move some of the stuff out here, like the tractor and stuff, golf cart, some mowers, because we wanted more room in this room. And this is our shop area, which if you haven't followed me for a while, this room was just stuffed. There wasn't any space right there at all. It was all full of stuff. So my dad and I had started organizing and built the addition with some help from some friends. And we've been putting some more stuff back in that room, but we're gonna get this all set up. We're actually selling this drafting table that my grandfather made. There's a whole bunch of stuff on here that I'm selling, a couple electric motors, some duck decoys. We're gonna sell that stuff, and then we're gonna set it up as a wood shop so we can actually use it as a wood shop and have plenty of room to do projects. Rose. Oh, I didn't know that Ohio wasn't permitted. So in Michigan, you can lease a cow from a farmer. So it's called a milk share. And that's what you're allowed to do in Michigan is you pay a yearly or whatever fee, and you then are leasing part of that cow. So then you're entitled to a certain amount of milk per month or per week or however they work it. That's how you can do it in Michigan. You cannot buy raw milk. LGV Gamer. Yes, Matt still has ruined my life. I put an addition onto my pole barn, and he is buying a mansion and making a mansion. So he still ruined my life. Yes, Rose, you should check into it. I feel like there's some Amish. I don't know what part of Ohio you're in. I feel like there's some Amish farmers in Ohio near the Michigan border that do have milk shares. So check that out and see. Your egg production, yeah, Scott, our egg production is super low as well. We have added a light in there. We typically don't, but I've just got it on there for like 3 hours in the evening. So yeah, that we've got it like from 5:30 to 9 because it's still getting dark at that point. Okay, Southern Michigan or Southern Ohio. I don't know if I can help you at that point. Oh, Scott is saying that milk shares are available. So, yeah, check that out. I don't know who would be able to help you with that. Check on Craigslist. Sometimes people will advertise milk shares on there. You can see we've got some eggs. The production has started to go up. We need to let our customers know again that we're starting to have production because for a while there, we were only getting, I don't know, even like a half dozen a day. We sold some of our less productive chickens when we sold the ducks. That's a big one. Yeah, it's probably a double yoker. Because I just didn't want to feed a whole bunch of birds that were not laying eggs. So now we're down to the more productive birds, and the days are starting to get a little bit longer, and we add that light in there, so our production is starting to come back up. So, yeah. If there aren't any other questions, I'm going to go back inside because the kids are in there, and I need to make sure they're not burning the house down. That's kind of important. So, I hope to do more live streams. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, let me know. I will try to probably figure out a more regular live stream schedule. I used to do live streams when I would milk, and I would just set the camera on a tripod while I was milking and just talk to people while I was milking because I had 20 minutes of time that I was just sitting there. So it worked out like pretty much every morning at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whenever I would milk, do a live stream. But we don't have the milk cow now, and I've got other things going on. This is kind of our homestead, our life. I'll come over here and just kind of show you a little bit more. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I walked away from where my Wi-Fi repeater was, so I lost signal. So I'm going to turn the camera on. I'm going to do a quick pan for anyone who's still here. A quick question I can show you. So here's our pigs. Here's our chicken coop. I call this the milking parlor. You can see that's where Hope is hanging out with her head around there. Our pasture, and then our high tunnel, and then back behind that we have our woods, and back behind that is our marsh. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'll try to set up a regular schedule. So if you're interested in questions or something like that, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.